Assalamualaikum. Good morning to our lecturers, Sir Azni bin Mat Saad. Today we would like to present a mini project for the subject PMCG 1523 Autocad. I'm Nur Nasrin binti Muhammad Nasran, nombor metrik B1123100097. In our group consists 4 other members. 1. Muhammad Syafiq Aiman bin Saripuddin, nombor metrik B0422200022. Second, Ahmad Farhan bin Shamsuddin, nombor metrik B1123102224. 3. Muhammad Aziz bin Basri, nombor metrik B11231037. 4. Nur Farah Nadia Fatin binti Syahrin, nombor metrik B11231028. Table of Contents. 1. Abstract. 2. Introduction and Background Theory. 3. Procedures. 4. Discussion. 5. Conclusion. Abstract. Illumination is very important when we are at the dark places so that we can see that place clearly. Without lights, we are unable to see everything, especially at night. It limits the visibility of that place. As an engineer, we need to invent a useful equipment that can be used by everyone, specifically in dark places. After considering of, we have decided to build a torchlight for our mini project for engineering, graphic and CAD BMCG 1523 that surely can bring benefit to the society. The objective of this project is we as one team should be able to produce and apply the engineering drawing towards the torchlight by using Autocad software. The engineering drawing is consisting of 3D model of the torchlight. Build every component with a suitable dimension. Assemble every component to become a torchlight and disassemble the torchlight's component using explode filters in Autocad. A torchlight, sometimes referred to as a torch or flashlight, is a small and handheld device that can be used to give light in a variety of settings, particularly in dimly lit or dark areas. There are 10 components that will be drawn with a body molding, bulb 3.2 volt, bulb holder, lens glass, lens dia 16, gasket, spring TR3, head AC, battery AA and bulb ring. The main components that should be focused on are body molding and head AC. The first thing that should be done during this process is to draw this component using 3D modeling function in Autocad. Other than that, we need to insert every component into the orthographic drawing in third angle projection. After that, we need to assemble every component to become a torchlight and disassemble the component so that we can ensure that this component have the correct dimension and to check if there are any mistakes during that process. The result that we get from this mini project is the components can assemble and disassemble properly without any error. The conclusion that can be made in torchlight is a must have equipment for the household and it is a good investment. We also have met the objective of this mini project, which we successfully apply an engineering drawing in our mini project and produce a torchlight by drawing a 3D model, assemble the component as well as able to disassemble without any errors. Introduction and Background Theory. A torchlight, also known as a flashlight has a variety of uses. It is commonly used for illumination in situations where there is limited or no light, such as during power outages, camping, hiking, or when working in dark or confined spaces. Humans value flashlights because they provide multiple tasks, such as illumination, intimidation, alarm, and high-voltage self-defense. The primary function of a flashlight is illumination. On a dark night with no lights, it is impossible for human eyes to see. Use a flashlight for illumination. Flashlight can be utilized in numerous households, businesses, or outdoor activities. Furthermore, flashlights can be constructed for self-defense during an emergency. For example, it is an effective defense tool in situations where carrying a rifle or knife is not always possible. Numerous tactical flashlights on the market can be utilized for self-defense. In theory and construction, there is no significant difference between a tactical flashlight and an ordinary flashlight. However, the tactical flashlight must adapt to various hard weather circumstances, therefore the criteria are quite high. For example, the high and low temperature performance, sealing performance, corrosion resistance, durability, lighting, and color temperature are significantly higher than those of a standard flashlight. Tactical torches are primarily built of all metal, strong and durable material. The flashlight's head will be constructed as an attack head, capable of breaking windows in an emergency and even serving as an attack weapon. Tactical flashlights often include a high brightness, a tactical switch, and a flash function. When flashing a gangster, utilize the flash function to beam straight into the gangster's eyes, briefly blinding to their party and allowing them to flee. The objective of this mini project: 1. All members should be able to assess their abilities and understanding of reverse engineering drawings. 2. Students can gain experience preparing and interpreting typical engineering paintings. Students should be able to enhance their skill in utilizing Autocad software, such as drawing in 2D or 3D. To complete this mini project, group members work to gather information for each proposed component. Team member job scope. First, shelving. Job scope: body molding. The Touchlight's outer shell is often composed of starting material like steel, aluminum, or plastic. It offers a pleasant grip and guards against harm to the internal components. Bulb 3.2 The lamps found in most flashlights are either solid-state or light-emitting diode, or LEDs, or tungsten filament, or incandescent bulb. When electricity passes through a tungsten filament or LED, it glows and emits visible light. Bulb holder: an apparatus for holding a flashlight bulb is called a bulb holder. The majority of luminaires and light fixtures contains a bulb holder. You need to make sure the flashlight holder is compatible with the kind of bulb you intend to use. Assemble: assembly drawings are used to demonstrate the operation of the overall device as well as how the pieces are assembled, like the number of projections required for a part drawing. The number of views selected should be the least required to describe the assembly. 2. Farhan job scope, lens glass, a clear covering that covers the LED or bulb to shield in from the element and could change the way the light beam behaves. Lens dia 15. Concave lenses are also used in flashlight to magnify the light produced by the sources. The light rays fall on the hollow side of the lens, and the light rays diffuse on the other side. This increases the radius of the light sources and thus provides a wider beam. Explode breaks a compound object into its component objects. Explode a compound object when you want to modify its components separately. Objects that can be exploded include blocks, polylines, and regions, among others. 3. Hazing job scope gasket. A gasket is a mechanical seal with filled space between two or more melting surfaces, generally to prevent leaking from or into the joint objects while under composition. Spring. The first is that it pushes the battery upward so that it can touch the end of the bowl. The second purpose of the spring is that it connects the negative end of the battery to the rectangular chopper wire. 4. Farah job scope head easy. A typical flashlight consists of the light sources mounted in a reflector, a transparent cover, sometimes combined with a lens. To protect the light sources of reflector, a battery and a switch all enclosed in a case. Battery AA. This is the section that normally houses batteries. The power sources, rechargeable or disposable batteries such as AA or AAA, can be used with flashlight. 5. Nasrin boat ring. In most flashlights, the lamp is either a tungsten filament or a light-emitting diode, also known as an LED. The tungsten filament or LED glows when electricity flows through it, thus producing visible light. This slide shows Gantt chart for weekly activities during this mini project. Next, week 10, discuss the product selection among members. Furthermore, week 10 and week 11, mini project proposal. Next, week 11, approved by lecturer the project proposal. After that, week 12, divide task of component at each member. Week 12 and 13, draw the 3D modeling. Make each component to be orthographic drawing and assemble and disassemble the product. Other than that, week 13 and 14, mini project final report. Lastly, week 14, video presentation. Brief explanation and overview of the TOUCHLIGHT. The function and explanation of the TOUCHLIGHT. Flashlight or torchlight are portable light sources that use battery, electrical or mechanical power to illuminate an area or item for inspection. They are made of aluminum, plastic or other lightweight materials and used in emergency, military and maintenance applications. Some flashlights are approved for use in gaseous or hazardous environments. Others are exceptionally durable. Although most flashlights are cylindrical in design, products such as headlamps or headlights are often rounded. High-performance tactical flashlights are also available. It provides light in the dark when the electricity goes out during a tragedy. A flashlight is a must-have. A flashlight can guide you to safety in a dark or unfamiliar environment. It can signify for assistance if we become lost or in distress. We can use the flashlight to summon assistance. People rely heavily on flashlights during power outages. From the explanation, we have decided to choose the touchlight as part of the device for us to draw in this mini project. The parts in the touchlight: body molding, battery AA, gasket number 7, bowl 3.2 volt, bowl holder, head AC, bowl ring, lens dia 15, lens glass spring TR3. The function of each component. 1. Body molding works as the touchlight's outer shell. 3.2 volt bulb that works as electricity passes through a tungsten filament or LED. It's closed and emits visible light, and the bulb holder is a device to hold the flashlight bulb. Lens glass and lens dia 15 is the component that has a clear covering that covers the LED and magnify the light produced by the sources. Gasket is very important to flashlights because to prevent leakage from or into the joint object while under compression. The spring can push the battery upwards so that it can touch the end of the bulb, and that is connected to the negative end of the battery to the rectangular chopper wire. Battery AA is a rechargeable or disposable batteries such as AA or AAA can be used with flashlights. Ball ring that serves as the tungsten filament or LED glows when electricity flows through it, thus producing visible light. The process how we draw the touchlight using Autocad software. First, measure the suitable dimensions of the touchlight. 2. Draw each component of the touchlight using 3D modeling. 3. Insert each component to the orthographic drawing. 4. Assemble and disassemble the touchlight. The application of the touchlight. This touchlight is a portable device that is lightweight and easy to transport. It is adapted to dark environments that limit people's vision. This touchlight can be used for trekking, camping, emergency situations, and everyday use where reliable illumination is required. It is efficient when we are at the dark places, and it's also using use interface as part of its function, which is we have to press the button to turn on the touchlight. The touchlight is basically using battery AA as the power sources to turn on the flashlight. The maximum output is lumens, which are typically used to express the total amount of photons emitted by a flashlight. Furthermore, runtimes for all types of flashlight are specified in hours or lumens per hour, and there is several actuation methods, including twice on caps, slide switches, and push buttons. The function of touchlight is according to the environment and scope of touchlight use. It has illumination, intimidation, alarm, law enforcement, self-defense, and other functions. The most common and widespread use of touchlight is for illumination. The historical development of the touchlight. LED flashlight debuts in the early 2000s. Maglite created their first LED flashlight in 2006. A flashlight or torch is a portable handheld electric lamp. Previously, the light source was often a small incandescent light bulb, but since the early 2000s, light-emitted diodes have replaced them. A standard flashlight includes a light source mounted in a reflector, a transparent cover to protect the light sources and reflector, a battery, and a switch, all housed in a case. Procedures: 1. Determine project proposal. 2. Calculate the dimension and size corresponding to the object. 3. Drawing each component used in the project. 4. Draw a 3D model of each component. 5. Insert the components into orthographic drawing using third-angle projection. 6. Assemble the components to become a torchlight. 7. Disassemble the component using extrude feathers in Autocad.
The list of components. There are 10 components that we need to make the perfect torchlight. First, body molding. Second, gasket number 7. Third, bulb 3.2 volt. Fourth, bulb holder. 5. Heat SC. 6. Bulb ring. 7. Lens dial 15. 8. Lens glass. 9. Spring. And 10. Battery. Okay, so this is a device when assemble and disassemble. Okay, this is a dimension that we make to make torchlight. Okay, this is a command that we use to make the body molding, and this is command for heat SC. Right, this is a command that we use to draw all the component. Line, circle, copy, offset, layout, layer, rotate 3D, move, trim 3D, erase, fillet, insert, undo, join, measure, text, delete, move, press, pull, and zoom. Number 2. The difficult when drawing process. A. Lack of knowledge in handling X axis, Y axis, and Z axis. B. Mistake in component calculation. C. Some drawing cannot be press, pull, and trim. D. Line are not connected due to the different axis of each line. 3. Application of the torchlight. The torchlight is a portable equipment that is light and easy to carry. It is adapted to the dark place that limit people's sight. The torchlight can be applied when we are hiking, camping, emergency scenarios, and daily use when dependable illumination is crucial. Number 4. The process to produce the torchlight. Calculate the dimension of each component so that the component can assemble and disassemble properly during the finishing process. B. Create a 3D modeling of each component using Autodesk AutoCAD software. C. Create the orthographic drawing of each component by inserting the dimension of each component by using third-angle projection. D. Assemble the component to become the torchlight. D. Disassemble the torchlight to separate each component using extrude feature in AutoCAD. The primary list of the component material. Bill of materials. Body molding 1. Battery AA 2. Gasket number 7 1. Bulb 3.2 volt 1. Bulb holder 1. Head SC 1. Bulb ring 1. Lens dial 15 1. Lens glass 1. Spring 1. Number 6. The technique that we use in this mini project. Create a line, press pull, draw circle, trim, copy, 3D mirror, offset, coordinate XY planes, WCS. Number 7. Ideas to improve the torchlight. Create a regulator on the torchlight brightness so that we can adjust the brightness suitable with the situation. B. Produce a torchlight that depends on the solar polycrystalline as the power source instead of using battery AA for an environmental friendly product. And the last conclusion, the TOUCHLIGHT is very important in reverse engineering. An engineer assemble the product to learn more about it. There are numerous reasons why a corporation may reverse engineer its product, including the hope to repair, reproduce, or test them. Understanding reverse engineering and its goal will help you develop the ability to think critically about corporate product and how to change them. In this post, we define reverse engineering, explain in ape. It present 4 phases for reverse engineering in a product and provide several reverse engineering examples to assist you understand the process. Next, gain experience preparing and interpreting typical engineering paintings. It teaches how to read drawing and learn the way of the professional. Finally, to enhance the skill in utilizing AutoCAD software, such as drawing in 2D or 3D. AutoCAD is a software tool that lets you construct technical 2-dimension and 3-dimension diagrams. Many businesses such as architecture, engineering, and manufacturing utilize AutoCAD to design, draft, and document projects. Learning how to use AutoCAD can help you pursue a range of career paths. In this post, we describe what AutoCAD talents are, present some examples, explore how to exchange them, study how to apply them in the profession, and review how to showcase them while on the job. Thank you.